What is a Rife machine? The video intends to explain some basics of what exactly a Rife machine is. Some of you may already know a lot more, but may still benefit from some of the information available in this short discussion. Physically, it is an electronic instrument with all sorts of electronic components, a silicon microchip, battery, LCD screen, and all of this in an enclosure with a keypad. Most importantly, at the center of all of this lies a crystal. Crystals are three-dimensional molecular structures. Most molecules have elements that bond two-dimensionally, to the left and the right of each other, for example. Crystals, however, also bond with other atoms to the top and bottom in addition to the left and right bonds. This creates some interesting characteristics. One example is when you apply pressure on the crystal structure, it will release some electrons, or electricity as we know it. Another characteristic is that it will vibrate when you apply the flow of electrons into it. This vibration forms the basis of the Rife machine technology. The higher the electricity charge, the faster it would vibrate. This results in a specific frequency being achieved. Frequency is the number of times a wave moves up and down in 1 second and is measured in hertz. Our electrical system, for example, runs on a frequency of 50 hertz. Scientists tested the effect of applying different frequencies of specific waveforms in treating various conditions. They recorded all frequencies that contributed positively towards improving the state of the condition, but more of that in our video. How does a Rife machine work? This is not new technology. Dr. Royal Raymond Rife is credited as the father of this technology. It was already in the 1930s when he started testing the effect on conditions such as cancer and Lyme's disease by applying electromagnetic wave energy. He was already credited for building the most powerful microscope of its time. He wanted to observe the effect the application of the energy waves has on conditions. Electronic technology at the time was, however, very primitive. Building the machine to generate the energy waves was extremely expensive, and the machine was huge. The frequencies were also not very accurate and stable. The clinical trials were, however, successful in the treatments carried out, but failed to get traction due to the expense and logistical challenges with the machine. It was only in the 1980s when desktop computers became commercially available for everyday use that scientists resumed testing in all earnest. They discovered that square waves are far more effective than the sine waves. Better results could be achieved using even lower intensities of energy levels than ever before. In the 1990s, you could already acquire a Rife machine which contained 30 to 50 different conditions. Several independent laboratories put their contributions together in 2007 to form the Consolidated Frequency List, which contains 850 conditions. Some older machines are still being sold today, containing only 850 conditions in their database. Research and development, however, continued unabated since this date. More conditions were tested, and the list stretches to almost 5,000 unique conditions today. More frequencies per condition were also added. More accurate frequencies of the first, second, and even third decimal point were tested and added. At the same time, the electronic components in the machine improved to such an extent that it can produce frequencies that are more accurate than ever before. Another important dimension of the machine is that it is programmed. Users do not have to research and select different frequencies when they want to do treatments. Various frequencies that contribute positively to the outcome of a specific condition have been programmed together and will run concurrently on selection. The smartest and best of modern Rife machines contain pre-programmed groups. Not only do they treat the condition, but also a variety of other supportive treatments. These could include detoxing procedures and the treatment of symptoms such as pain, cramps, and fever. Other treatments stimulate the blood flow or assist in calming and de-stressing the person being treated. There are far too many options available to mention. If you are in the market for a Rife machine, always consider the following most important factors. It must have square waves. This is what makes it a Rife machine. Telephone apps are usually sine waves and would not achieve the desired result. It must be manufactured from and contain the latest available electronic components to achieve the required levels of accuracy. The smartest of all the machines that contain a list of pre-programmed groups for your convenience. It is like having your health therapist inside the machine. Ensure it is small and lightweight. This will make it mobile, wearable, and very comfortable to use. Rife machines work on pathogens and organs, but are limited to the time that you use it. See the video, How Does a Rife Machine Work, to understand this topic better.